hasn't snowed much this winter, so we thought we'd give you some outdoor shots that we took earlier in the year to remind you of what it should be like on January 29th. Welcome to the Room Selection Show. My name is Bruce Jacobs. I'm Associate Vice Chancellor for Administrative Affairs. And I'm here with some students to talk to you about living on campus and some other activities that we think you ought to be involved in to round out your IU careers. First, I'd like to introduce Erin Ransford, and she'll introduce our fellow students. We'll go from there. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Bruce. Like Bruce said, my name is Erin Ransford, and I'm the Vice President of Programming for the Residence Halls Association. The Residence Halls Association is the student government for people who live in the residence halls. What's right here behind us is the result of a program, one of many programs that the Residence Halls Association has taken part of this year. What's behind me is what we call the Wall of Healing. It's a compilation of banners, of handprints, signatures, and sayings that was put together after the September 11th tragedy. It's something that we find is really a great community builder and really shows how excellent living in the residence halls can be. In fact, next year will be my 4th year living in the residence halls. Go Foster! I find it's been a great place that's really been good community, been a really convenient place for all my classes and work, and as well as a really productive study environment. And now we have a couple more students that are joining us today. We're going to help tell you about where you can live next year, and now I'm going to turn the mic over to Nina Onesti.
Thanks, Erin. My name's Nina Onesti. I'm currently a junior studying criminal justice with a minor in business. I am currently the Vice President for membership of Union Board, which is a student programming activity that you can get involved with, which I'll talk about a little bit later. I'm also currently the orientation program student coordinator.
And last but not least, I am Dave Newstetter. I am a second-year senior out here, hopefully going to finish up in the next 10 years or so. And I'm the senior manager at the IU Auditorium. Basically, we look over the ushers and all the managers. I'll plug being an usher later because it's a fantastic opportunity here at Indiana University. And also, if you're bored tonight after the show, you still have about a half hour to run over and see Ragtime, which is showing at the auditorium. It should be fantastic, so go out there and check it out.
Dave, thanks so much. We have to first of all follow a pretty constant tradition we've had here. Every year the students vote of something I'll wear. We've had a cat in the hat, we had an IU shirt. This year we came up with a Hawaiian lei, and I don't want to break a tradition because IU is famous for traditions, and so we have the tradition of me wearing something dumb, and if you see me on campus, please remind me. Thanks so much. Tonight's show will be some overview of the residence halls. We have some commercial spots that will familiarize you with some ways to be involved with campus and some ways to make your life on campus easier. We'll have some call-ins. The chancellor will be here, and we'll also, of course, tie in basketball. This is Indiana University, after all. So stay tuned. We've got about another 25 minutes, a chance to win some really neat prizes. And I'd like to bring Nina back on, who's going to talk now a little bit about our first commercial. Nina?
Are you looking for a cheap, easy way to get around campus? Well, IU offers a great opportunity for students to travel to and from campus, and here's how.
What's the U-Pass? If you're an IU student, it's your ticket to ride around Bloomington. The U-Pass lets you ride all Bloomington transit routes by just showing your IU Campus Access card. You also have an unlimited access to Campus Bus Stadium Express and SRSC routes. There's also a late-night shuttle to help you get home safe, which runs every Thursday through Saturday from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. during the fall and spring semesters. For more information on how the U-Pass can work for you, visit iubus.indiana.edu or bloomingtontransit.com. The U-Pass, ride on!
Now, remember last year when you were a freshman, or maybe you were a sophomore, and you signed up for a very specific place, very specific neighborhoods. If you're returning next year to campus, there's some things we want you to know. And I'm going to read these off the list so I don't screw it up, okay? Now, specifically, you can choose a specific residence hall next year if you're coming back to campus. You do not have to choose a neighborhood. If you'd like to live in Wilkie, Wilkie is our upper-class residence hall. It's all suites, private rooms, semi-private baths. I would suggest get your name in very early. We usually have 2 people vying for every space in Wilkie. It is very, very popular. Now, if you're living on campus and you want to live in the on-campus apartments, hold that thought for a second. We have a very special guest at the end of the show who's going to come in and talk a little bit about living in our on-campus apartments. He's waiting off camera right now. And remember, if you sign up, and we'd encourage you to do this for a whole bunch of reasons, your grades will be better, you'll be better connected with the campus, you'll have a better general overall collegiate experience. You don't have to pay us anything right now. The money is not due until at the time that you sign your contract. And in fact, you have until June 1st to make a commitment to us. Now, if you're living on campus, obviously you have to eat. There's a number of different ways that you can take care of this, and Aaron's going to tell you what to do next year if you're hungry. Aaron?
Being hungry is a good thing because we have food. With RPS Dining, you can select one of 5 meal plans starting at 2,080 points and going all the way up to 3,200 points. And also, if you're a 4th-year student living in the residence halls, you can opt out of buying a meal plan or have an optional meal plan that can be just about any price you'd like. And also, you'll still be able to opt out of the meal plan or choose your own plan if you live in Wilkie or Mason Hall. And also, if you're a resident of one of our apartments, unfortunately except for Hillcrest, you also have the option to choose your own meal plan. We also understand that with the economy the way it is, money is kind of a concern here. In addition to you saving money by having your choice of meal plan and the amount of meal points you want to buy, there's a couple other options that RPS offers to save you some money. First of all, you might want to check out the Resident Scholars Program located in Ashton, the Co-ops Program in Forest, and the Community Leaders Program. If you qualify and you are accepted, these programs can save you up to $1,000 on your tuition for next year, or your bursar bill for next year. And to learn more about these, just visit the RPS webpage. All right, back to Nina.
Thanks, Erin. If you're anything like me, you like to shop a lot, so I like a great deal. There's a great place that you can get great IU merchandise and other fun items that is closer than you think.
Fresh out of gift ideas for that special someone? Then it's time to stop at the IU Bookstore for something they'll really appreciate. Choose from IU Bookstore's huge selection of official IU merchandise, including great name brand IU apparel and all types of IU memorabilia. For great gift ideas, the IU Bookstore has something for everyone on your list. So stop by one of IU Bookstore's convenient locations at the IMU, Foster Quad, or visit us online at IU Bookstore. And redeem yourself with something they'll really appreciate from the IU Bookstore. They'll thank you for it. Let's face it, the weather in Indiana can get downright cold. But what better excuse to warm up to great deals on apparel from the IU Bookstore? Stop by and choose from a huge selection of the latest IU apparel from quality name brands like Champion, Jones & Mitchell, and more. The IU Bookstore has something for every Hoosier, with fashions designed to keep you warm and looking good even in the coldest of weather. So stop by one of our convenient locations in the IMU, Foster Quad, or visit us online and fend off the big chill with the IU Bookstore today.
Welcome back, friends. You got to point that camera at me. That's great. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those fantastic advertisements. While I have the microphone right now, I want to speak about a little something that Indiana University wants to do for you, the student. What they want to do is say thank you especially to the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th year people that are living in the residence halls, and now they want to give you prizes. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. There are rules to win, but they definitely want to give you some special prizes. We've got them all over the place, so please call in. Don't be shy. Here are the rules to win. You must have a signed contract with RPS for the 2002-2003 academic year. That's not that hard. You must move into the residence hall or an apartment in August. 3, everyone who submits a housing application receives only one chance in the drawing. But don't be afraid, my friends. There's more than one way to get into this drawing, and I want to show you that right now. Keep watching. We have what we call here M. What it is, it's a clever little way that we have of calling an M&M M, and that's what's on its chest, so you can't really miss it. But the thing about M is, to get more chances in the drawing, if you see M, could someone throw that in front? There we go. Thank you. That's a dancing M&M. If you see that at any RPS function, you need to find a staff member, and you need to complete the ticket. The staff member will give you a ticket. You complete the ticket, give it back to the staff member, and you will have even more additional chances to be in the drawing. So you have several chances to win as opposed to one. In addition to some of the prizes you see here, and we have a $300 gift card to the IU Bookstore and free Pacer tickets in February that can be won tonight. There are several others. And let me tell you about some of those other ones right now. You can have 1 semester rent paid by RPS. You could also have 1/2 of a meal plan paid by RPS, and that is not cheap, so hopefully you can help on that. A free room for a night at the IMU hotel. Even if you're living in the residence hall, it's a pretty nice hotel, guys. $250 for an IMU meal plan. No one can complain about that. Having lived out for the last couple of years, I'd like one day to have an IMU meal plan. Free semester bus pass. hop on that. 2 free weeks of parking at an IU garage. And all you folks that get tickets, you know, anytime you can get free parking is fantastic. Free passes to the back alley, Banana Pepper's Hair Salon, and Delights at the IMU. Check this one out, folks. $1,500 of gift certificates to various retail businesses. And the last two I see here are a bicycle and a TV. It doesn't say what kind it is, but I guarantee you it is top-notch because we are a top-notch university. Back to you. Nina?
Actually, back to Nina. Hi. I'm right here, yeah. I'm hiding on the end. That's okay, though. If I lived in residence halls and, you know, whatever, Dave has really got me excited for all these prizes, and I wish that I wasn't here so I could call in and win them or something. Anyways, now for a few words from a very special lady, Chancellor Sharon Bram.
Why should you live on campus? Actually, there are many good reasons to do so. First, you'll probably be more successful in school and obtain a higher GPA. You'll also be more likely to be involved in the IU community, attending an opera or a play, joining a student organization, visiting a museum, and going to a sports event. The closer you are to the action, the more likely you are to participate in it. There's some other advantages to remaining in the residence halls or living in on-campus apartments. It's easier for you to take advantage of the academic support system, such as academic support centers and on-site advisors. The residence halls also offer numerous opportunities to gain experience or nurture an interest through thematic communities. And if you're looking for a way to reduce housing costs, there are programs such as Resident Scholars, the residence halls community leaders, and the co-ops. As Bruce Jacobs has indicated, there are many other reasons that make living in the residence halls and in the on-campus apartments an excellent choice. I do hope that you will come back to the residence halls and remain a vital part of the IU community. And now, the first caller who can give my middle name and identify the university that I left in order to come to IU will win a $300 gift certificate to the IU bookstore.
Okay, the number's on the screen, and there's some commercials coming up.
We're waiting patiently.
Something to eat, or take advantage of any of the great services available, like hair salon, study lounges, and the Union Board. There's also bowling, movies, concerts, lectures, adventure trips, creative classes, and more. So for details, visit www.imu.indiana.edu. Remember, there's always something to do at the IMU.
The phone's ringing. Here comes Dave. Okay. Next, we have a couple commercials we're going to run, and we're waiting on calls. The phone is ringing, so we don't have a winner yet, but we're waiting. Okay, so we're waiting on the callers coming in. There's another commercial coming up, and it's an IU auditorium spot featuring one of our guest presenters tonight, and we should.
IU Auditorium, the place for entertainment for over 60 years. There are always great shows coming to the IU Auditorium, and the best place to find out about what's going on is by visiting iuauditorium.com. At iuauditorium.com, you can see what events are coming up at the auditorium, as well as other venues around IU. You can also join the auditorium's mailing list and receive early notice of recently added events and discount offers. So just go to iuauditorium.com for the latest information on IU Auditorium and more.
We have a winner, so you can stop your calls for now, but don't go far from the phone because we do have another call in a couple minutes. Do we have one more spot at this point? I'm checking with the producer right now. Pam? No? Okay. All right, we want to talk a little bit about the selection process and the application process. Next week, your RA will have this book ready for you if you're living in a regular residence hall, and if you're living in the apartments, we have actually, this is Illinois' colors. We beat the frit out of them the other day. Oh, well. We'll have this particular document, and you will get this from your folks in the apartments. Remember, we have a special guest coming on later to talk about living in the apartments, and we know you all want to live with them. these are important documents. Make sure you get these from your RA or from your residence manager in your building. Now, here's some things that you'll find out. These will help you locate the specific residence halls and give you good basic information about each of the residence halls on campus. There will be a description of the various money-saving programs that Aaron talked about earlier, and be some specific information on scholarships and work options and some things that you can do for living on campus next year. We can talk about group assignments. For example, if there's 3 or 4 of you who want to live together, you can block book some rooms and you can have a community of your own within the residence hall setting. We've been doing this for the last 2 or 3 years. This has been extremely popular with returning students. The meal plan information that Aaron talked about will also be in there. And remember, there are no end of meal options this year, particularly if you're living in Wilkie. You literally can create your own. If you're living in the apartment, you can create your own. And if you're a returning senior, fourth year student in the residence halls, you do not have to have a meal plan next year. There's a few more things we'd like you to know, and we'll put Aaron back on. Aaron?
Thanks, Bruce. In addition to these awesome, easy-to-use booklets, there's a new edition on the RPS website that'll help you find exactly what you're looking for. Now, if I could just get the computer up on the screen here, thanks. This is just a cool database to provide you information on exactly what you want. Let's pick what neighborhood you want to live in. Let's say Northwest neighborhood. Let's just say any residence hall. We'll do a co-ed floor, any visitation, and any smoking. How about that? And so we'll see any co-ed floors in the Northwest neighborhood. And all you have to do is click submit, and look. How exciting is this? We have floors in Briscoe, Foster, and McNutt that fit the descriptions that we put into the computer. Now, let's just say you want to find out everything that's available in Reed. All you have to do is select Reed. You don't have to fill in all of the forms here, and then click submit. And everything that's available in Reed, it will list the building, the floor, the gender, the visitation, the smoking, and if there's a learning community on the floor. So, right here, RPS has provided you with this excellent way to navigate your way to picking your room for 2002-2003. It's fun stuff, ladies and gentlemen.
And that will be available starting Monday.
Yes.
Don't try it tomorrow.
Starting Monday.
It will not be there tomorrow, but Monday it'll be all fully loaded and available for you to use.
All right, and now to keep things interesting, the third caller who can give the years that Pacer coach Isaiah Thomas played basketball for IU will win tickets to the Pacers game in February. So, start calling! All right, and while we're waiting for your calls, we're going to flash up a couple very important dates that you need to remember. Oh, there's the room number. So,
The number on the screen is the control room number to call if you know when Isaiah played here.
Share the mic.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm just going to read you the dates that are very important coming up. You won't see them on the screen. Alrighty. Coming up very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen, we have February 4th through the 8th, and that is when you are going to get the Choosing Your On-Campus Neighborhood 2002-2003 booklets. Keep an eye out for those. Alright, and February 4th through the 14th, just have available to send your questions. You can either email your questions about housing to housing@indiana.edu. Nice necklace, Bruce. Or you can call 855-5601, which is just 55601 on your campus phone. And then stay tuned for February 15th, which is when the applications are due to retain your housing priority date. Then on March 4th, we're going to begin issuing apartment contracts. March 18th, we'll begin issuing residence hall contracts. And then June 1st is the last day to cancel your contract without a financial penalty. So, those are your important dates to remember. And now we're going to go back over to Nina, who's going to say something.
Thanks again, Aaron. Remember, even if you're not sure about where you want to live next year, you lose nothing, absolutely nothing, by turning in your housing application. You can apply now to take full advantage of your assignment priority date and cancel anytime before June 1st, if your plans change or if we cannot offer you what you really want. And now to Dave for some exciting news.
Super. Thank you, Nina. I have some very special news. First of all, if you didn't get... Sorry, I keep screaming into the mic. I just want to make sure you hear me out there. By the way, we have the winner of the $300 gift certificate to the IU bookstore. And Nealon, if you're out there, I know you're just jumping for joy right now. But the answers were, it's Sharon Stevensbrem is her full name, and she went to Ohio University. His name is Neelan, I hope I get this right, I'm going to mess it up, I'm sorry, Isan in Teeter Elkin, room 331. His phone number is 857-0424, so if anyone wants to call and see if you can get those from him, I'm sure he's mad at me right now, but call him and see if you can get those tickets from him. But right now, we have a studio guest, and also, I don't think, they haven't said that we have the answer yet about the Pacers question, so if you missed it the first time,
Oh, yes, we
we do have the answer, so don't call anymore because you're not going to win anything. But I'm going to give it over to Bruce right now, and he's going to announce that he has a pretty interesting guest.
One of the things I often do in my job is I get to hire people, and I can tell you one of the best hires I've ever made in my entire career was tonight's guest. The Associate Director of Residential Programs and Services for the apartments is Tim Stockton. Tim's going to come out and talk a little bit about why you ought to live with him next year. Tim?
I'll take your
Just
place, Dave.
upstage, man.
Would you like a mic, or would you like to do like Dave did without the mic?
I'll do a Dave. Hi, as Bruce said, my name is Tim Stockton. I'm the Associate Director for Apartment Housing. We have approximately 1,100 apartments on campus, everything from efficiency, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom apartments available. We have a limited number of furnished apartments. Our apartments are available to anyone sophomore or above, 19 years age or older. Families, we have children, we have a variety of folks that live in our apartments. The cool thing, I think the best thing about our apartments is you get to customize the length of your contract. If you want to stay with us for the academic year, you can do that. If you want to stay with us the academic year plus 1 summer session, you can do that. If you want to stay with us the academic year plus both summer sessions, you can do that. So we allow you some flexibility. So if you're graduating in May, you don't have to worry about trying to sublet your apartment. In addition to that, the payment for your apartment includes all electricity, water bills, phone bills, all those kind of things that you don't have to worry about. No deposits required, and so forth. What else about our apartment? And also, it's a great opportunity. If you're still interested in being involved, we have a student government in our apartments, and we'd love to have more and more students get involved with helping us kind of sail the boat forward, so to speak, as we go. If you want to learn more about the apartments and apartment housing, we'll be at the IDS Housing Fair in the IMU in February, so come and check out our cool booth. We'll have some kind of good snacks, and we'll be glad to feed you. It won't cost you a thing, and it won't be much food, though. Our email address, our brand new email address is apthouse, apartment house, apthouse at indiana.edu. We just got that online just today, so it should be working by tomorrow. So email us if you have questions. What else should I tell folks?
No? Want to talk about your bike riding career or any other things? Or you want to talk about the team you're training?
Oh, Little Five, another great opportunity for folks to be involved. You should come out and check it out. If you're not involved in Little Five, you need to find a way to get involved, in my opinion. With our residence halls, we always want teams, so try to find a way to get involved.
And if you need a bicycle, Tim owns more than any 3 people I know, so, and his wife would love to have him out of the basement. So. I said it, Sarah, so
Yep.
Tim, thank you.
Anybody out there have questions for me?
Yeah, call it.
Call me.
We're going to bring Dave back. Tim, thank you so much. We're going to bring Dave back, who's going to take care.
Watch out there, Tim.
If anyone doesn't think this is Wayne's World,
Party on, Bruce.
Dave's got the announcement of our winner of our basketball tickets.
All right, the winner of the basketball tickets, first of all, the answer was 1979 to 1981 was when Isaiah Thomas played basketball, and IU won the national championship in 81 against North Carolina, March 30th in Philadelphia. The score was 63-50, and Isaiah Thomas scored 23 points. Anyway, Stephen Blank doesn't need to know that because he already won the tickets, so don't call in anymore. I won't give your number out, man, because I'm sure you're going to get hassled about these 2 tickets, so I'm going to let you keep them. But Stephen Blank, congratulations.
Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Before we wrap up, I'd like to give each of the students a chance to, for a few closing words, to talk a little bit about some other things they're involved with, because these folks are doing some wonderful things. As you can tell from all of them, they're involved in multiple things on campus. They've all had wonderful academic careers, and they're here because we'd like to encourage you to follow in their footsteps. So who's going first on the closing remarks? Aaron?
All right. Thank you so much, Bruce. First, I'm going to start with the shameless plug. All right. As I said before, I'm the Vice President of Programming for the Residence Halls Association, and coming up, I have a program, ladies and gentlemen. There is a formal dance called the February Formal, as for now, which will be on Friday, February 22nd, 2002. That's 02-2202. It's going to be at the Bloomington Convention Center. We're going to have 3-Minute Mile performing. So grab your dancing shoes. There's going to be a dinner served. It's going to be quite great. The ticket cost will be $12.50 for a single person to go and $20 per couple. Look for more information soon posted in your residence halls as well as in your mailboxes and on the RHA website, which is www.indiana.edu/RHA. Thank you so much, and now I'm going to pass it over to Nina.
Hello again. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm involved with Union Board, and it's a great opportunity for you all to get involved as well. So come visit us on the second floor of the Activities Tower in the Union, or call us at 855-4682. Or you can get involved with orientation. We're currently accepting applications for orientation leader positions. So if you remember your freshman year when you came here over the summer and you saw maybe me or Dave, you can have that job. You can work with us, and it's a lot of fun. So contact the orientations office. It's located on the 3rd floor in McNutt. And now to Dave.
Fantastic. Thanks, Nina. I'm going to remember not to scream into the microphone this time. First of all, I wanted to talk about RPS real quick. I was talking to Bruce earlier, and I just wanted to once again reiterate how important the residence halls, I think, can be to everyone. And I was telling him just earlier over dinner that I've been at IU for 5 years now, and I live with the same guys that I met in the residence hall back in 1997, and I would not go back and take away that experience for anything, because these are the guys that are going to be, I'll be the groomsman in their wedding. I'm not talking about weddings at all right now for myself, but hopefully I'll be the groomsman in their weddings, etc. Also, since I'm allowed a couple plugs also, like I said about the auditorium, we're always looking for ushers. There's no trick here. You get to see free shows. The only thing that we ask is that you wear a nice little outfit, and you can see just about any show you want for free. And if you email housemgr@indiana.edu and just ask, I'll even be on the email. I'll send you a little shout out, and we'll get you all set up. And last but not least, if you ever see on the chalking going to campus, IU Dance Marathon, give it a check, give it a look, because it's for the kids at Riley Children's Hospital, and you'll never feel better about yourself than when you're helping out kids that need your help. And I think that's it for me, so I'm going to give it back to Bruce. Thanks.
Thanks for tuning in tonight. Remember, we have a website, and it's rps@indiana.edu. You can continue to get information there. Now, we've talked about prizes. There will be all kinds of prizes around this semester. There'll be hats. We have some Discmen, okay, that are, whoops, get it up there, some Discmen. Don't forget to look for M. And we have some sweatshirts, some jackets. There's some really cool stuff. We also just learned, since we've been on the air, that the Coca-Cola Corporation has given a $1,000 scholarship that will go out to one of our students who will be recontracting to live with us next year. So you've got the prizes that Dave talked about earlier. You've got some neat apparel that you can pick up to round out your wardrobe, a Discman so you can stay in touch with the latest music, and a chance to live on campus and get to know some of the finest students, I think, on campus and certainly in America. Thanks for paying attention tonight, even if you didn't, and we really do appreciate you tuning in. We said it'd be 30 minutes. It's exactly 30 minutes. We're going to roll the credits, and if you want to watch this again, this will be replayed a couple times in the next week. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.